Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC 19 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Gonna use the Zekrom team just for a couple of more days this week, and then I'll probably switch to a brand new team by the end of this week or the beginning of the next week. As always, if you guys have suggestions for things that you want to see, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll take that into consideration as I build this next team. But this team has definitely been really fun, and we've only had 2 episodes so far, but both of them I've honestly been very glad with. Like, I wasn't expecting this team to honestly do very well, but Salamence was definitely the MVP of that last one. Zekrom's actually put in a ton of work as well. Stack Attack has also been very, very important. So it's kind of fun using definitely the Choice Scarf and the Choice Specs on Zekrom and Kyogre respectively. I think Specs Ogre is something that we haven't seen too much of yet. All the Kyogres that have done really well, I think there have been a lot of Choice Scarf ones and a lot of like bulkier berry variants as well. So I do want to explore Specs Kyogre more. We're going to find our first opponent of the day running a Kyogre and a Necrozma team, so it should be an interesting one. As always, if you guys enjoy Road Train, please share support by leaving a like. I'd really appreciate it. So Necrozma, Lele, Kyogre, Araquanid, Lurantis, and Incineroar locking in immediately as well. It's definitely a Zekrom kind of lead here. Definitely going to go Zekrom. I want Coco. I want my own Kyogre. Zekrom Salamence is actually tempting because I could potentially get a Tailwind up, but my opponent could also just be really slow. So I'm thinking Zekrom Kyogre. Just like going with heavy offensive immediately. Zekrom Kyogre. Coco seems decent. Terrain control, whatnot. And I kind of want to go Stack Attack just because it can deal with my opponent's Lele. But I think Incineroar might be a better call for intimidating and for dealing with Necrozma. So I'll go with these 4. Let's see how it goes. The main thing is not knowing whether Necrozma has Trick Room or not. Like, it could be Scarf Ogre or it could be like a slower variant to do like for Trick Room. And the reason why I'm thinking Trick Room is because there's an Araquanid and a Lurantis on my opponent's team. Those are all kind of slow Pokemon. So it also could be Scarf Ogre with Trick Room Necrozma. So definitely a bunch of options. But we're gonna see Necrozma and Lele. Okay, now that's not too bad. I'll see. I suspect the Lele to be Scarfed, but I can just get a Specs Origin Pulse off immediately. Yeah, it's Scarf Lele. So, like with Scarf Lele and it's Psychic Seed. Interesting. You would think that Lele is gonna want to target the Kyogre with like a Psychic or a Psyshock. So I could switch Zekrom out into Coco and just Origin Pulse. Origin Pulse should knock out Lele. Alternatively, I'm thinking of just staying in and just Bull Striking the Necrozma and Origin Pulsing, because I think that should get the knockout. It's just I'm dealing with pretty inaccurate moves. I just think that here Lele has to target down the Kyogre, and Zekrom switching out and protecting is like a very obvious play. So we are just going to see Psyshock. Okay, I don't think that knocks me out. Nice. And Bolt Strike connects. Oh, that's sick. Okay, if Origin Pulse hits, that should just be a double knockout here. Let's see. Origin Pulse. I missed the Lele, but that's okay. At least I hit the Necrozma. Nice. Okay. Yeah, hitting Lele there probably would have gotten the knockout, but I can't complain too much given that I was dealing with pretty inaccurate moves. And Lele being locked into Psyshock, now I've got the Incineroar potential to switch in. Psyshock's not knocking out my Zekrom either. I could Bolt Strike the Lele. So, not the worst. Obviously, hitting Lele there probably honestly just seals up the game, but I don't think my opponent was expecting to for that to happen. So I'll still take that as Lurantis actually comes in. So I'm going to switch Kyogre out here, I think, and just go for a Bolt Strike onto Lele. I'm going to switch out into Coco as well for terrain control. We know the Lele here is Scarfed, so Bolt Strike should knock out in terrain if I connect, and if my opponent's last one's Kyogre, then my Coco just deals with that, as is my own Kyogre. So I'm feeling okay right now. Hitting Lele obviously would have been nicer, but can't complain too much about that. It's going to be Psyshock into Zekrom. Yep, that's fine. Bolt Strike does connect again. Nice. So Zekrom putting in a ton of work this game, getting that initial damage off, and a Bolt Strike against Lele in terrain gets that knockout wonderfully. So that's another knockout. Lurantis is probably targeting the Kyogre slot, which is now Coco, but yeah, it's going to be a superpower coming out. Should survive that. Nice. Great, great, great. Of course, Lurantis' stats are increasing, but Kyogre should just outspeed it, and an Ice Beam should be able to pick it off. And I think my opponent's last one should be the Kyogre here as it is, which is perfect to see. Okay, so the Kyogre out. I think I'm just going to Bolt Strike the Lurantis and Thunder. Actually, I want to relock Zekrom's attack. Just because I don't want to deal with the inaccuracy. Maybe it's better just to stay in here. I'm just going to Bolt Strike Lurantis and Thunder the Kyogre. We know Kyogre isn't Scarfed. I think Kyogre here has to protect. Yeah, but that's fine. I'm still getting free damage off with Bolt Strike. Lurantis probably knocks out one of my 2 Pokemon, but then I can just target down... I've hit every Bolt Strike so far, which is kind of nice as well. And that still does a fair amount of damage. And I get a Paralysis, so this Zekrom definitely putting in the work today. Could have doubled up onto Lurantis. I don't know if that was the most optimal play, honestly. We're going to see a knockoff, actually, but that should have knocked me out. Yeah. Sweet. And so now I'm just going to launch Thunder into Kyogre. I think I'll just double up here. And now I'm not even locked into Fusion Bolt. So, yeah, I'm going to double into Kyogre. Even if my opponent knocks me out, I just get a free switch him back into my Kyogre. I'm worried about Wakamberry Kyogre, though, but it doesn't look like it is. Ooh, it actually survives the Thunder, though. And I get another Paralysis, which is kind of fortunate. But I'm faster anyway, so it didn't matter. Yeah. Because it's not Scarf Ogre, you'd have to be... Even after losing the Choice Scarf, you still have to be Timid to outspeed me. Timid with a lot of speed investment. So Lurantis is going to get the knockoff, but Zekrom really put in the work today. Fortunately, I didn't miss any of the Bolt Strikes, which was really nice as well. But yeah, like me dodging that, or my opponent not going for the Moonblast into Zekrom, I mean, just getting an Origin Pulse off was really good, as well as the chip damage with Zekrom. And the reason why I felt okay with that play was because I think you're like, Water Spout is just too much of a threat from Kyogre, so you want to threaten it. And Zekrom there, it's going to want to switch out. So turn 1 helped me out a lot. I don't think the Paralysis ended up mattering because my opponent didn't get fully parried at any point. It was faster, and my opponent couldn't knock out the Zekrom anyway. And you saw that Zekrom took that Side Shocker really well. Like, it did like 35% once I had gotten rid of Psychic Terrain. So Lurantis isn't really doing too much to me there either. And Cineroar, still probably the best option I could have had in the back, just because at least I can Fake Out. Stack Attack surely wouldn't have done anything for me in that matchup, but pretty fast-paced one in which Zekrom Kyogre just kind of blew through my opponent's entire team. So yeah, normally with Zekrom I don't go for Bolt Strike because I don't think the accuracy is worth it. But in this game I determined, I thought it was, because Necrozma was one of the bigger threats on my opponent's team, so getting rid of that paved the way for me to outspeed everything. I was really worried about it setting up Trick Room, which I thought was kind of likely. Now, looking back, I'm not sure, given that my opponent did have Kyogre and Lurantis in the back, but Kyogre was slower. I'm surprised I didn't have the Berry, though. I wasn't Specs either, so I'm curious on what item it had. This next one's going to be interesting, though. It's a Groudon and Solgaleo team with the Blissey. And obviously Blissey is like a oh no. So Groudon's interesting, right? I've got Salamence, which I actually kind of designed to give Groudon some trouble. But I think I just lose to Gastrodon. I have no idea how I deal with it. I don't have grass type attacks on anything. Like, I just totally did not consider it when team building. I think my way is basically going to be to... I literally only have a couple of attacks to hit it. It's going to be Ice Beam from Kyogre, Knock Off from Incineroar, and Dragon Claw or Rock Slide from Zekrom. So this is looking like an auto loss because I don't have a way to deal with Gastrodon, which is not great. But I won't give up. I can see Solgaleo coming out as a lead. Solgaleo, Incineroar maybe? That seems like a pretty solid lead. So I'm gonna go my Incineroar, Kyogre. I just lose so hard to the Gastrodon though. I literally have no answer against it, which is a team building thing. Gastrodon's not exactly the most common Pokemon in this format either, so when I was team building, I wasn't like, oh, I need a grass type attack just to hit Gastrodon. But this team really, because like, this team is kind of built around Zekrom and Kyogre sweeping through, as you guys saw in the last one. And Zekrom and Kyogre sweep through using electric and water type attacks, and neither of those hit Gastrodon. But it is going to be Incineroar and Solgaleo, which I thought my opponent might want to lead with. Okay. So here, I mean, I can just trade Fake Outs and Water Spout. We'll see who's faster, but I don't have any speed investment on my Incineroar, so unless he's like min speed, he should, yeah, outspeed me. Okay, now this is interesting because there's a potential Lele in the back, but that would mean you'd have to switch out into Lele. Okay. I kind of want to just Origin Pulse, Fake Out. But I could see like Solgaleo protecting and Gastrodon coming in. But I think it's better just to play it safe first, turn 1 and Fake Out and Origin Pulse. But okay, Solgaleo switching out. That's probably Gastrodon coming in. Yep. Oh boy. Incineroar didn't go for a Fake Out? Or, oh, we speed tie. Interesting. Okay, well, that means I don't get a water type attack off, which is actually beneficial. Gastrodon is honestly such a big threat that I want to just knock off and Ice Beam it here. I need all the damage I can get on it ASAP. Yeah, I don't want to give it a special attack increase, and I think Kyogre should survive this turn, so I'm actually going to double up on the Gastrodon, because if I can eliminate Gastrodon, this game actually becomes possible. It's just, I need a... Right now I have 2 of the only Pokemon that can even deal with Gastrodon anyway, because like Coco can't touch it, because I don't have Dazzling Gleam. So... Yeah, and I should be able to survive an attack pretty easily. I don't even think a double up. Like, Incineroar is also intimidated. And if he actually gets rid of my specs, then I can go for an Origin Pulse the next turn. It's Citrus Gastrodon? Yeah, I thought surely it'd be buried, like the bulkier berry. That's kind of annoying, but okay. So I lose my specs here. It's probably gonna Scald. Or just Muddy Water, okay. That's okay. Not enough to activate my berry. And I get an accuracy drop. Okay. That's a shame I had Citrus Berry. Does it recover here? I want to switch out into Zekrom here. And I'm just going to go for another Ice Beam. Because, yeah, Gastrodon is still just by far the bigger threat. It's a shame because I literally did just enough to put it in Citrus range. Yeah, and the fact that it has Citrus instead of the bulkier berry is also kind of unfortunate. He's going to protect, but that's fine because now I have a free switch into Zekrom and I can double up on a Gastrodon next turn. This could be a knockoff going into the Zekrom slot though, so I'm losing both my choice items. Looks like that's what's coming out. Yeah. Okay, but that's not actually the end of the world now for me. I'm gonna Dragon Claw and Ice Beam Gastrodon. Yeah. I just need to get rid of Gastrodon, honestly, because I just like don't have any other ways to deal with it. And I still have my berry on my Incineroar, which is nice, but Solgaleo can just kind of obliterate me. And Incineroar switching out though, which is a good start, because I should be able to get the double up on a Gastrodon for a knockout, as the ugliest Groudon possible comes out. But fortunately I didn't target the Groudon slot, so... But the main thing is I lost both of my choice items, and that's like so important for these Pokemon. But yeah, Dragon Claw and Ice Beam will get the knockout. So I did eliminate Gastrodon, which is nice, but the Solgaleo is the main thing I'm very concerned about. And I actually don't remember Solgaleo's base speed. I think he's going to be outspeeding me. I just want to double check. So, yeah, oh, he actually brings out Insune. That's interesting. Well, he knows I'm choiced on both. I kind of want to double switch here. And stack my Insune, so I get the free switch into Kyogre. Kyogre definitely needs to switch out. The question is, what do I do with Zekrom? Who's more important, Zekrom or Coco? Well, Coco would survive anyway because of the Focus Sash. And here you would fake out Actually, I might lose. I think I sack Zekrom here. Yeah. No, but then that'd be sacking both Pokemon. I'm just gonna Rock Slide and switch out into Instant. Actually, maybe Zekrom survives the Precipice Blaze anyway. Although I suspect that's Banded Groudon. Yeah, I think I should have double switched out there so I can still have a third Pokemon. Because if I lose both, then I'll lose the Weather War. And my Kyogre can't beat Groudon. Oh, Instant switches out. Interesting. Huh. Okay. I think that's a fine play. It does get me a chance to flinch though with Rock Slide. Like, that puts the odds now more in my favor. But I don't get a flinch. Zekrom does avoid it though, but I would have preferred Instant to avoid it. Okay. I think Kyogre just loses to Solgaleo. Unless he has like Superpower and Sunsteel Strike. And no way to knock out Kyogre immediately. I also know Zekrom is faster than Groudon. I just want to Bolt Strike Solgaleo and Origin Pulse here. What else could I do? I could switch Kyogre out into Koko. I'm actually thinking about that right now. But can Solgaleo knock me out? That's the question. And how fast is it as well? I suspect it's going to be max speed. I kind of want to just Origin Pulse and Bolt Strike here, yeah. Okay, Groudon switches out, yep. That's why I didn't want to switch out into Koko, because I would get intimidated, he'd get Fake Out. But if he can knock Kyogre out, then I'm screwed anyway. If it's like Life Orb with Superpower, that probably just knocks out Kyogre. Oh, he just Wide Guards. Oh, that's a pretty good option too. But it does give me a free attack here. Okay, but it's Intimidated Bolt Strike. This probably doesn't do more than like 35%. Yeah. We do get a Paralysis though, which makes this more interesting. This is where I wish I had Scald. Okay, I'm definitely switching out into Koko here. Switch out into Koko and... I mean, I could just Origin Pulse again. Force him to Wide Guard. I want to switch out Kyogre, but I could just get doubled up into Zekrom right now. But I think I'm actually going to switch out and Fusion Bolt Incineroar. And Solgaleo's the bigger threat. I'm going to Fusion Bolt Solgaleo and switch Kyogre out into Koko. This is still doable, but the main thing is I need to conserve Kyogre because it's my way of beating Groudon. I can't touch Groudon otherwise with... like, I couldn't bring Salamence into this matchup, which was the main downside. And I had to expand a lot of resources to beat the Gastrodon. Alright, Fake Out. Who's it targeting? Okay, that's good. So getting a lot of free damage off right now. Okay, not bad. He has Wild Charge. Oh my gosh. Okay, I definitely was not expecting that. Interesting. Okay, I definitely want to Thunder Solgaleo right now. I could see Instant switching out. I'm gonna Dragon Claw Instant. Oh, I suppose I could miss Thunder. But if Solgaleo just protects and Instant switches out into Groudon, do I just lose? I think I have to make the call here to switch back out into Kyogre and threaten it with an Ice Beam. I have to make the call here right now that Solgaleo is protecting and let Instant switching back out into Groudon. So even though I'll lose the Weather War, I'll still pressure Groudon with Modest Ice Beam. I could have called this completely incorrectly though. Okay, Instant switches out. I think Solgaleo has to protect. It'd just be so risky not to. This is an intense game. Let's see. Oh, he didn't protect. If I double up on Solgaleo, that's game. Did he wild charge the Kyogre? Oh, he wild charged Zekrom. Okay. I guess he was just expecting to survive with Solgaleo. Oh man, this is intense. I feel like you just Precipice Blades. What do? You Precipice Blades and Wild Charge Kyogre. So I think I might need a flinch right now, but if I get a flinch, I win. Because I think Rock Slide Ice Beam should knock out. I don't have my specs anymore. Maybe I should just go for the knockout onto Solgaleo with Volt Strike. No, I think Rock Slide Ice Beam was better. I really thought Solgaleo was going to protect last turn. Oh, he's just going to Wide Guard. I should have just Dragon Claw Ice Beam the Groudon then. I guess if he misses Precipice Blades against Kyogre, I win. But I don't think Ice Beam is knocking out Groudon without the specs. Yeah, I think I've lost this. Close game, though. Oh, so close. Dragon Claw Ice Beam would have done it, but that wasn't what I was going to go for anyway. He's going to Precipice Blades. Okay, it's going to hit. Is it going to knock me out? That's the other question. Yeah. That was a really good game, though. I definitely could have played it better. The reason I didn't Dragon Claw and Ice Beam was because Solgaleo just threatens me with a Wild Charge, so if Groudon protects and he Wild Charges, I lose. There, like, I figured, okay, I get the knockout onto Solgaleo. If I Ice Beam, yeah, the main regret is not Bolt Striking Solgaleo the previous turn and just going for the Dragon Claw on the Groudon prediction. I mean, I got it, and if it protected, it would have been really good. Because then I know it can't protect the next turn, but yeah, I've lost this. Well played by my opponent. Gastrodon made it obviously pretty tricky because I already had very few answers against it. And then, so I'm going to turn my fan on real quick. Yeah, let's see. The Groudon was bulky enough to take that modest Ice Beam. And if I knock out Solgaleo, the turn let the Groudon switches in, then I win because I just switch my Kyogre out and then back in. I guess I'd still need to hit Origin Pulse though. But that was definitely a pretty interesting game. The main issue is just losing both of my choice items to knockoffs the way I did, and I had to go for that because I didn't have any other way to really hit the Gastrodon. So I figured that was the best opportunity. It was just a shame because the Gastrodon had the Citrus Berry. Like if Gastrodon doesn't have Citrus there, I get one extra attack off, basically, and I don't necessarily lose all my items. But definitely a close one, and that's I don't even know the name of that Ultra Beast, or not Ultra Beast, the Legendary, because I just haven't seen it at all. So really interesting team here. Is it Duskwings? I think Insane, Coco, Groudon, Celesteela, and the not Lurantis, Serena. Okay, well, this is a game that I actually do want to bring Salamence into. There's Wide Guard support from the Celesteela. I'm not gonna bring Stakataka. My DS is also dying, so I need to charge this bad boy. But let me lock in my team first. Okay. What do I go with? I want to go Salamence, Incin, Kyogre, Zekrom. I like that. I think if I would change this team, I would put Grass Knot on Coco instead of Volt Switch. Because I don't really use Volt Switch anyway. Oh man, I need to plug this DS in. You're probably wondering, like, what are you doing? So basically, I have a USB charger and all the USB ports on my current computer is taken, but I have a separate laptop, so I have to plug it in because I don't actually have a DS charger on me right now. So, convoluted process, but we in there. Okay, this is a pretty solid lead. I get the double Intimidate off against Groudon. Coco doesn't pressure me that much. I can actually just fake out Coco and Tailwind. And Groudon's faster. No surprise there. Okay. I'm thinking fake out Coco and just Tailwind turn 1. I think I like that. Groudon isn't pressuring me much anyway, and then next turn I can just Flamethrower and Flare Blitz. It actually does a lot of damage under the sun. Might as well get speed control in this game, just because I don't know the speeds of how, like, what I'm dealing with right now. Also, Coco's just faster than everything. Coco is kind of an annoying threat to my Kyogre as well. But the double Intimidate helps out a lot. That's why I wanted to run Salamence, because Groudon really can't touch it at all, especially the commons ones with Precipice Blades, Fire Punch, Swords Dance Sub, some combination of those. Stopping Tantrum. Could run Rock Slide or Stone Edge, but even then, with double Intimidate, you're not doing much. Alright, he stays in with both, that's fine. Let's fake out the sizable damage, get my Tailwind up. Let's see what Groudon goes for. You would think maybe a Precipice Blades, but that would be totally fine with me. Yep, he's just gonna P-Blades. So that is gonna connect. How much does that do? Okay. Doesn't put me in berry range, unfortunately, but that's fine. I'm just gonna Flamethrower Groudon and Flare Blitz Coco. Because even if I lose instant here, I get the free switch it into Kyogre, which is nice. It's a shame that the berry didn't proc there, though. But I think that's banded. Groudon switches out, which is fine. Celesteela coming in would be nice, but it's going to be Necrozma. Okay, I literally know nothing about that, and it's defense. Interesting. I'm literally Googling it right now. Discharge. Self-discharge. Okay. That's definitely a strat. Can't say I was expecting that, but that's fine, because I just bring in Kyogre now. And, like, nothing can take Water Spells really that well. And I'm just going to switch Salamence into Zekrom, so I get the pressure with Bolt Strike against, or if my opponent does have Celesteela in the back. Self-discharge, that's really interesting. I wasn't expecting that, that's for sure. I could have switched Instant out there, but that was actually the worst case scenario, where I was like, okay, I can take a Dazzling Gleam, totally fine. Well, I'd probably survive with both easily. But instead, yeah. Let's see if we see a switch out to Groudon, honestly, would be nice right now, because I would just dunk on it. Necrozma switching out. Oh, I guess Coco is going to survive. I should have thought about that. I should have Flamethrowed and Water Spouted. That would have won me the game. That was not a good play. I forgot, like, never mind. Specs Kyogre's a beast. And it does all that damage to Coco. I knew Coco had the chip damage, so I was like, okay, I think Water Spout knocks out with Specs, but I wasn't entirely sure. But fortunately enough, it came in clutch there, as Necrozma just comes out. Yeah, I mean, I just click Water Spout now, and I think we're good. Still one more turn of Tailwind as well. It's a shame I didn't really get to see what this Necrozma does. Actually, I should check to see if it has Wide Guard, because I don't know. I think it does, right? I mean, either way, I can just Water Spout and Dragon Claw, but I literally, once again, know nothing about this Necrozma. Okay, I don't even have really enough time. Tall Wings, okay. What do you do? Oh, he's dang slow. I'm just gonna Dragon Claw and Spout. I don't think I can lose this at this point, we'll see. Oh, okay, he's just gonna give it to me. Or she, excuse me. So today is the episode where we actually use all the attacks with Zekrom as opposed to just going for the same Fusion Bolt. Alright, I'm looking up Necrozma right now. So really high special attack, it's got Prison Armor, pretty slow speed. Okay. And my opponent didn't even bring the Celesteela, which I thought was certainly coming out. But I guess it's hard to bring Celesteela when your opponent has a Coco and a Zekrom. So no Wide Guard that I end up having to worry about, which is nice. And Kyogre obviously just wins. I'm just going to switch out. So yeah, the lead was really, really good. Like, being able to get Tailwind up for free and then just sweeping with Kyogre and Zekrom. Like, today's episode demonstrates how good Kyogre and Zekrom can be if supported properly. That's why I really like the Tailwind too, because obviously Specs Kyogre, you're not going to be always faster, but like the damage is just like ridiculous. Like the fact that we did 90% to Groudon at full HP and knocked out a Coco and Sun at like 80% is just sick. So if anything, yeah, I think today definitely highlights how good Specs Kyogre can be, especially after that first game where we also just got the knockouts onto stuff. But yeah, a really fun episode once again. That second game, I'm still thinking about where I could have played better, because I definitely had some opportunities to do better, but unfortunately the berry caught me off guard on Gastron, the citrus specifically. And not having any way to hit Gastron at all was a problem. And then, yeah, the one turn that I really regret was not knocking out the Solgaleo the turn I was expecting it to protect, because that really could have helped me out a lot. So kind of regret that, but it's okay. We'll just get better with it. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Really fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And I still love playing with this team, honestly. I was not expecting to have as much fun as I am, but we take those. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.